Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno. Welcome along to day 16 of Help Will Come Tomorrow, our survival game set in the Siberian wilderness in 1917. Our 4 train crash survivors are huddled around the fire here. The camp's looking pretty good, and I hope they're cosy there today because the Renegades are nearby. So I don't think we're going to be venturing far from home today. So if we go and have a look at our expedition map, that shows us that right next to the camp we have some renegades, and they're everywhere at the moment. So they've got them all down by the railway track here, down by this thing that looks a bit like a cave, and everywhere seems a little bit more dangerous than normal. So I think it probably makes sense to not send any expeditions out today at all if we possibly can, and spend the day just having a look around the camp, seeing what we can do, seeing what we can upgrade, seeing what we can make that will be more useful for us on later days when the coast is a bit clearer. So there are certain things that we could do. For example, over here we still have a raised cot we could make, which is a bed, and 3 people could sleep in there. Now that's not a top priority at the moment because people don't seem to be getting that tired out at the moment. So up here, where the palisade area is, the only thing we have left to upgrade here is making advanced traps. We haven't even checked the traps that we've got yet, so I don't think there's much point in us doing that. The quarantine point needs some work. We've not really done very much up here at all. Nobody's really been ill, apart from right at the beginning of the game, which is why we actually put it together as a priority, fixed up all of Dimitri's problems right at the start, and since then everyone's been fine. So I've not really been too focused on doing this, but there are things up here that we could do. We could make a caretaker post here. We could build a cover. So that's something that we need to do at some point. And then over here, where the workshop is, only traps really that need to be made. Obviously, there are various different tools and weapons that we could make. It might be an opportunity today to do something about that rifle that we've got, the broken rifle kicking around here. We can use some of these things here and sort that out and get a working rifle, which might come in handy. We haven't got any bullets for it, so the only thing we could probably do is club someone around the head with it and break it again. But that's something. And then down by the campfire, what have we got that we could do here? So we could make some seats for people. That might be a nice little touch. Give them something to sit on. And we could make a grill. So what does a grill do? You can smoke meat, roast it, you can dry mushrooms. Okay. That's not a bad idea, is it? Should we do that first? Because we've got some meat kicking around. We can, some smoked meat. Maybe that will preserve it a bit better. Yeah, let's give that a go. So we're going to use some stones here. And wood. Let's use the wooden logs. And who's good at building stuff? These 2 are the best at building, I think. It does take 2 of them to do it. So, he's got a high chance to recover his action point, but he doesn't. So they both lose an action point in making this, but we've got a grill here. Not quite sure how you make a grill out of wood, but it's an interesting concept. You would imagine it would be slightly flammable. But what can we do with that then? So maybe if we get Maria down here, she's always done pretty well as the camp cook. So can she grill food on here now? We've got campfire fish, roasted meat. Sounds pretty good. Or smoked food. What have we got here now then? So we've got smoked fish, smoked meat, and dried mushrooms. We come down here, smoked meat. We can do 2 of those. Cook that up. So where does that sit then? That's going to be in our food somewhere. Okay, so some smoked meat. It will remain edible for a long time, so it does preserve it. Okay, so that can probably, I would imagine, either just be eaten as is, or you could then use it in a stew. Let's have a little look, and we're not going to do that now. Oh, look at all these things now. A stuffed roast. God, it's all going on. It's like a little restaurant out here. So if we were to make a stew, we could use the smoked meat in it. Okay, that's cool. Good, good. So what have we got that the guys can eat this morning? There's a little bit of hunger about. I'm not sure who's the hungriest. We got there 38 for Maria. He's only on 32. 31 for Sergey. 36. So Dimitri and Maria are the hungriest. And we have still got a couple of bowls of stew kicking around. So they can take them. That should deal with that pretty effectively. All gone. Look at that. And Maria sorted. So the other two guys do need something to eat. Old iron stomach boy over here might end up with something less than pleasant potentially. But what have we got here? Some garlic, some bugs. Go on, Sir Edward Grey, have some bugs. Everyone get some bugs in them. That's taking his hunger down to an acceptable level, 21. Now, everyone's a bit thirsty. We have got water, so let's deal with that. And then we can get into what we're going to do around the camp today. So we've got Sir Edward Grey still with his 3 action points. And 2 for everybody else. Now, one thing we haven't done as yet up here is check the snares. Now, Sergey is the guy who's supposed to be best at doing this. So we'll send him up there and let's see if he's found anything. Oh, yeah, we got another bunny rabbit. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, or a Siberian hare, even. So we've got 2 of those now. So I guess it probably makes sense for us to chop one of them up. So let's come over here to this station. We'll skin an animal. And we're going to take this slightly older hare. And we'll get Sir Edward Grey to come up. He's got the most action points left. And he can deal with this. He didn't like doing it. Hit his morale a little bit. But we've got a fur. We've got some lard and 3 pieces of meat. So that's good for making stew and what have you. Very useful. Okay, so what else did we say we were going to think about doing? I don't think we're going to do the bed today. I don't think we need to do anything with the palisade. It's either something in the workshop where we make another weapon, repair the rifle, or doing something in the quarantine point. So I think we'll do the rifle first. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. Like I say, the only concern I have is that we don't have any bullets. So it's a bit of a problem. But we'll get... We only need 1 person to do this. Okay. So Dimitri, oh, he's used 2 action points in doing that. That's a shame. Okay. But that should have fixed the rifle. If we go to our weapons now, we have a proper working hunting rifle. Just no bullets. Okay. Still not quite sure what the point of this lamp fuel is. We got 4 of it. I mean, you could chuck it on the fire, but I would imagine it's not ideal. Going to make the camp a bit too visible if you suddenly got like it suddenly looks like Q8 in the Gulf War with flames of an oil well bursting out into the trees. So yeah, we'll probably just hang on to that until we can find something a bit more useful to do with it. I suppose the next thing we ought to think about is coming up here and doing something in the quarantine point. Because that's the one area that we've really neglected so far. We've only done the medical tool station here. So we can either build a simple cover. Well, we could have done. We haven't got any string. So I guess what we have to do then is make this solid caretaker post. So what have we got here that we could use to do that? Well, I guess we're going to use canvas. We've only got 1 rag. Unless we can chop up the canvas into rags. Maybe we'll have a look at doing that down here. Breaking materials. So, fabric alteration, that's it. So if we just do 1 canvas, I don't think we want to use all of them. Well, maybe we can. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? And we'll get Maria to come down and do that. So how many rags? She made 12 rags out of those canvases. Okay, that's pretty good. So if we come up here to the quarantine point, then we are going to upgrade here. We are going to do the caretaker post. We just need 2 rags, so that leaves us 11 to do other things with. In terms of structure, we've got loads of different types of structure around, so we'll use some stones. Wood, just about got enough sticks, so we'll use them. And who are we going to send up to do that? Well, Sergei's a good builder. And we're going to use Sir Edward Grey. Yeah, there we go. They love each other. Perfect. So that's one thing. I don't know how much use it is to us right now, but at least it's done. So we can now unlock the care action. If people are shocked, they can go up there and regenerate their health. If they're unconscious, shocked, or sick. Okay. Well, like I say, we haven't had to encounter that as yet, but there's every chance we will at some point, I'm sure. So we've got just a couple of action points left. Oh, Maria's got thirsty by doing a bit too much around the camp so far today. What have we got here in terms of water? We have got that, so she can have one of those. Now, are we going to do a bit more cooking? We might as well, haven't we? So we're going to have to filter some water first to be able to do that. So let's bring Sir Edward Grey down here to do that. Just use up these action points towards the end of the day. Get prepared a bit for tomorrow. So there we are. He's got 6 water for us now. And we didn't have anything else cooked already, did we? We just smoked the meat. That's all we've done. So if we could make a nice stew or something, that would come in very, very helpful, I think. Yeah. So, Maria, you are up. Come down here and cook some food. So, what have we got here? Stuffed roast. Do you know what? We could do that. I mean, that sounds great, doesn't it? A stuffed roast? That's better than a bowl of soup, surely. You can stuff it with edible root or garlic. Well, we'll use the edible roots. So it will impart a delicious flavour on the meat. So we'll cook that up. How many portions like it was? 6 portions. Oh, cool. So we're good. We are good. Oh, that's ace. 6 portions of that. Lovely jubbly. So everyone's going to be really well fed tomorrow morning. We're going to eat some of that. Maybe we'll do some, give out some mushrooms or something as well. Just to, you know, got to balance your diet a little bit. But yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. So Dimitri looks like he needs a rest here. Not that tired, only 31. 24 for Sergei. A bit less than that over here. So Sergei and Dimitri, you go off over here for a rest. I think we're in pretty good shape. Now, I'm not going to put anything else on the fire at this point. The Renegades being so close by, I want to keep that camp visibility really low. So, if they end up being a little bit cold overnight, well, so be it. We'll warm them up with some nice warm food tomorrow morning. So I think that's it for now. Let's get through into the night time and see what the guys want to talk about tonight. Oh, we have an event. Uh-oh, the cold day is nearing its end. Although there's no wind, the tiger is never completely silent. The frost-covered branches jingle in the dark. Larch trunks creak from the cold. A late bird flies over the tree crowns. You dream about huddling around a fire, drinking warm brew, and giving in to the Morpheus's hug. Suddenly, there is a bang. You immediately extinguish the bonfire with snow and hide between the trees. Another shot echoes. It must have been fired at the edge of the nearby ravine. It's certainly the Renegades. Oh, we could be in trouble here. Luckily, they seem not to have discovered your camp yet. Otherwise, there'd be nothing left of you. Good thing you put out the fire in time. You stay in silence and darkness for quite some time, not daring to leave your hideouts. There are no further shots, but you do hear snippets of conversations. The thugs must be very close. Oh, what a doe it was. Must have had a lot of fat. What a shame, what a shame. I'm telling you, I got it. To hell with this darkness. There must be traces of blood somewhere around here. We've gone too far. We'll stay here for the night and continue in the morning. Give the Kunkuji a signal to come to us. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any of them firing their arms, so they haven't got anything either. One of the renegades fires 2 shots into the sky. Somewhere from the distance comes a similar response. Unfortunately, you are unable to tell if the men are going away or just split to look for firewood around your hideout. It's going to be a long night. Oh my goodness, they're right at our doorstep now, aren't they? So, we've put the fire out. And now there's a little conversation going on. They are nearly here. We have to stay vigilant. It seems those bastards are not running out of the ammunition. Our train must have proven profitable to them. Maybe they'll leave if they find that reindeer. Let's hope so. There haven't been so many of those bastards sniffing around our camp before. We'll see in the morning if we've covered our tracks well. There's not really anything else we can do now. So they're a little bit worried they're about to be discovered by the sound of it. They probably left already, and it's so cold here. Can't we somehow mask the bonfire and light the embers? Oh, that's a bit of a risk. I'm afraid that without drilling into the ground, frozen like a stone, it will not be possible to hide the glow of the fire. Until these bastards get out of the area, we can't light even a single pine cone. They will notice any flame. Then let's light a flame in the distance. Maybe it will lure them away. Fairly smart thinking, Maria. Ah, so there is light a decoy fire. A new recipe for decoy added in the workshop. Okay. It's a surprisingly good idea. As soon as it's somewhat safer, someone must go north and light the decoy bonfire. Okay. It's a little task for tomorrow maybe then. So what have we got here? Just one more conversation to have. So we've got the gold buckle, Kunkuji. Oh, we heard about Kunkuji a minute ago, didn't we? Ye wretched of the earth, bad apple, and blood brothers. Which one do we fancy here? Let's try blood brothers. Let's see what that's all about. Captain, why are you so... No, you are so nervous today. What's happening? Do you sense an attack? It doesn't matter anymore. Of course, I'm nervous because I'm just losing my last chance to fulfill my mission. You were going on vacation with the soldiers, weren't you? You really don't understand what's going on in the army. Revealing this secret won't hurt anyone now. At the moment, I should be in Khabarovsk, examining the applications for passes. Vacations? Captain Sokolov sent to rummage through non-important papers? But it's a cover. Don't you know it's happening in Khabarovsk? The Bolsheviks will incite residents and defeatists any day now. I was to get out as many faithful soldiers as possible and go with them to General Alexeyev. Wouldn't a telegram be enough? Are these orders secret? You won't pass it on to anyone because we're cut off here. Besides, you know, we are united by a brotherhood of arms and blood. I rarely say that, but I really like you. I see he's come down off his high horse a little bit. And he's happy to consort with the peasantry now. That's good. In spy novels, if the agent betrayed his mission, he had to kill all the listeners. It's funny you mention that. Really funny. But good. Remember that. Oh, is that a little bit of a threat at the end? I noticed another achievement there, Blood Brothers. I don't know what that is. I'll have to try and find out. So, we've reached the end of the day. We've got a new mission here, the decoy fire, to try and sort out. Lure the renegades away from the camp a little bit. So maybe that's something for us to take care of tomorrow. Let's make sure we've got all of our action points. I don't think there was anything that really impacted too badly on people's morale. No, we're good. Everyone's got their 3 action points. Bit of hunger and thirst, but that's not unusual. So we're through to the next morning. Let's just double check. Nothing terrible has happened. Uh-oh, here we go. The day starts extremely lazily. The fog does not want to give way, and your hair is stuck with frost, which melts then freezes again. The weather is really for ducks, as Sir Grey described it strangely. I'll tell you something, the Englishman speaks when you've settled around the fire to dry soaked clothes a little bit, at least a bit even. This fog and frost remind me of a winter spent in the mountains of Japan, right after Emperor Yoshihito took the throne. I was sent on a mission to see if the advisors surrounding the new ruler would support the extension of the treaty with the crown. Edward tells an interesting tale of how he first caused an international conflict, and then he had to hide among the Kuril shepherds for several weeks. He had a souvenir from those times, a silver cigarette case with a hollow after the shot, which was aimed directly at the heart of our brave Englishman. Now it's just a bunch of shards. We could try to cut out primitive arrowheads from them. This way, the history of this cigarette case will make a full circle. Let's empty the content first. These are cigarettes from Duke Street, specially tailored to my temperament. I kept them for a rainy day. Now, admittedly, the day is not so rainy anymore, but I think that smokes will improve our mood anyway. Look, the fog is almost gone. Oh, so we've been sneakily hoarding fags, while while everyone else has been scavenging dangerously around the train for them. Okay. Interesting. So we have 9 cigarettes now, but the sad thing about that is we don't really need them, because they help with morale, and morale is pretty much as good as it's ever going to get. So, oh well. Did he say there was something to do with the metal as well, the cigarette case? Who knows? Maybe they just added some shards of that to the metal that we had, the scrap metal. Who knows? Anyway, that's for another day. Well, I hope you enjoyed day 16 of Help Will Come Tomorrow. A bit of a nervy one with the Renegades around. As you can see, they are still here. Oh, there's a thing up here, killed Renegades now, so maybe that's something we've got to try and take care of. But they are nearby, so we have to exercise a lot of caution. If you did enjoy the episode, please drop a like on there for me. And of course, if you've got any comments about this episode, the series as a whole, or any hints or tips for me, I would love to see them in the section below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that button, come and hop on the Greeno bus. There is plenty of room for you all. Just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for day 17 of Help Will Come Tomorrow. Bye for now.